Hello, Mother Suffolk Ram.
Oh, Skazz.
Welcome to episode 293 of the Ranners podcast. Counting down.
293.
Yeah.
Count down to what?
300.
What are we going to do at 300?
Technically, it's a count up, I suppose. Yeah, we should, we should do something, shouldn't we?
Yeah, but what? Pub?
We could find a pub where we could broadcast from. Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
I mean, we're now old enough to.
Yeah, we are of age. We can go to the pub legally. We don't
We're
need our
now,
parents to escort us.
pensioners.
Yeah, it feels like it, yeah.
We're both in that kind of 40 fat and fucked area.
So let's see.
Yep.
So it's now beginning of June, so we've got 7 more episodes to go after this then, so that's 2.5. That's, yeah, it's going to be sort of getting dark. Yeah, because I said, I think if we go like out, I hear there's a place called the Real World, and I hear it's
What
like,
is that?
apparently, if you walk out your front door, it doesn't like just clip into nowhere. There's actually something out there. Apparently.
Bullshit.
So I've heard. So as far as I was concerned, the front door's just there to let the Just Eat and Amazon people turn up to. But,
Well, yeah, they just spawn in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the Sims, isn't it? They just kind of...
Yeah.
There they are.
Yeah, they spawn off the map. And then, because obviously what you can see at your window is that if you go around the corner from your window, it's just empty because you can't see. Also, they don't bother to render that bit because, or even model it because we can't see it
Yeah.
from the side. So
I mean, that'd be a waste of resources.
they spawn off the map, come in, and then they drop your food off, your stuff, and then they disappear again, despawn. You never see the same Amazon person twice.
That's not true.
Oh, you mean your simulation's cost cutting, is it? They have to reuse the same models.
Yeah.
Mine's a procedure generated. You see, I get a different one every time.
So, yes, because you've got the upper class setup, mate.
Yeah, it's 'cause I've got the-
Mine's
I've got
mine's
the-
like old and haggard. I'm like, fuck it, mate.
it's 'cause I've got the fibre optic ground here.
Or it might just be that my setup has to render so much shit around me all the time,
It could be that, yeah.
and
Well,
so it's just like, we have to cut back on everything
You've
else.
got quite a few NPCs in your house with you, though, haven't you? So that has to simulate them as well.
I know it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Whole system is stretched to the limit. So it's like, even if you look up at the skybox every now and then, fuck all there, mate. You're like, that's broke again.
Yeah. Whenever I look at the skybox, I see it's grey and it's foggy. I think rendering intensity's gone up, so it's had to sort of like cut corners.
It's funny you say that. My youngest says the exact same thing every time it's foggy. Is like, yeah, someone's tried turning up the graphics setting somewhere, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Details have gone up, but draw distance has gone down.
Yeah. Oh, random question. This is completely unrelated to
Yeah.
gaming. Have you had your new bins yet?
1 second, unrelated to gaming. How is that a surprise?
What was a
1
surprise?
second, completely unrelated to gaming. No shit. Near enough everything we talk about every episode is unrelated to gaming.
Yeah.
And yes, we have, good sir.
Oh, we haven't yet. They're meant to be starting collection stuff. We've got collections for bins we don't have tomorrow.
Hey?
Yeah, we haven't got
How
ours
come
yet.
you guys haven't got 'em?
I don't know. I'm in the posh area and we ain't got them. It's not right. I got excited. I got excited because I went to Greg's this morning and I
Yeah.
saw 2 council lorries with the bins on the lorries. I thought, they must be coming round to drop those off soon. Are they here? No.
Wait, so because I saw a couple of the vans today where they're just like picking up bins, not the ones where they're dropping off. They did that fucking ages ago.
We ain't had ours yet. We ain't got our new
We've had ours for
lids.
over a month.
We ain't got our new lids. We haven't got our little food wins. We ain't got anything yet. Very annoying.
Fucking better get that sorted soon, mate, because otherwise they're going to start shouting at you.
Supposedly they're collecting the food caddy tomorrow, which is going to be very interesting because we ain't got one.
Food caddy's regular as clockwork. Like that's every single what's it called, isn't it? Every single
We've not
pickup.
yeah, but we're getting that new large one they've got to come through. We've not had that yet.
It's medium.
Well, it's larger than what we had before.
I mean, we didn't have one before.
No, but at one point they did have like a little one, didn't they? They had a little like one you had, which you meant put in your green bin. Do you never have
Green
that?
bin.
Yeah, you got
You have to pay for a green bin, so no.
Yeah, at one point we did have a little like grey one where you would buy the
So-
bags.
In the delivery that you should be getting, you should get your baby caddy or BB bin, as
Yeah.
we call it. And then you have the middle bin, which is the one that, like the bigger food
the big food caddy,
thing that
yeah.
you're on about. They're supposed to go outside.
Yeah.
Then you should have your blue bin normal, black bin normal, and then that weird two-tone thing because obviously they ran out of certain color bin lids.
Yeah. Where we ain't got fuck all yet. We're rocking the classics round here, mate.
And now they're telling you got to only put this in recycling. You got to wash all of that. And I'm like, hang on. You're just making it so the people at the dump don't have to do a job, so you can cut back again.
All I can say to that is, at least with the new bins, we can put glass in them, which you couldn't before, and that's going to be a godsend to me because I've got you've seen how I collect glass bottles. We have gone to the glass recycling place numerous times when you've been having breakfasts with bags full of bottles. I'm looking forward to that.
Where the fuck have they taken away all the glass bins though? Like, we used to have bottle banks in my neighbourhood. They've all gone.
Well, there's still bottle banks at Morrison's. They've still got them.
That's fucking Morrison's, mate. I'd get jumped by security if I go within 5 miles of the fucking place. That's the posh cunt place.
The bottle banks are outside, round the back, like near the goods in. You'll be fine there.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's with all the rubbish around the corner. You'll be absolutely fine there being around all the rubbish.
They're like, oh, look, it's that hobo. He's back again. Bonus is I don't drink, so I don't have to worry about glass.
You get glass bottles of water.
I don't buy bottled water. That's, again, if I'm buying that kind of stuff, that's posh people shit. Like, I'm not buying bottled water and fucking kitchen roll and shite like that. Fucking, that's rich people money wasting, that is.
Yeah, I just lick out from my tongue. That's all you need.
Well, fucking,
what
do you need it
for.
for?
Just what Spaniels
What
for.
fucking water comes from the tap.
Yeah.
I don't need to buy bottled water.
I am slightly middle class because I do have a Brita filter.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's the hard water. I don't like the taste of the hard water, so I have a Brita. I love it. I've got a little Brita Carif that goes in my fridge.
Boil it, and then I put it in with instant coffee, and that's it.
Oh, this is just for the plain water. I don't use instant coffee to hide it. I'm trying to drink more water.
Just plain water.
Yeah, I'm trying to drink more water.
Mate, I'm gonna fucking die soon. I don't give a damn about just drinking water. That's no. Mate, I've got like another 5 years at best. I'm going to be drinking shit tons of coffee. I'm going to be drinking shit tons of energy drink. And my kidneys are going to pack in. It's going to be great.
You got to last longer than 5 years. I need to find your replacement. I need time to find a replacement.
Well, hurry the fuck up then. You had one. You had Zaber.
Yeah, but then he decided not to do it anymore. I had to come back to you.
Well, he decided he was going to get a life.
I know. How selfish of him.
What a dickhead. He decided to go outside.
Yeah. He decided to have a life. This is probably these Europeans, you see. They have life outside of like our shelters. What are you doing?
Yeah, because they have actual weather.
Greyhound, stop what you're doing. Thank you.
Doggo say, excuse me.
Yes, Doggo is yes.
Doggo wants to outside.
I think that actually might be what it is. Do you want to go outside? Is that what is because you keep coming over and sort of cuddling up to me? Is that what you want to do? Go outside?
Mate, I need a shit.
Alright, let's let you outside. Come on then.
And a Greg's.
She had Greg's because I went for whatever reason this morning when I went to Greg's. They very kindly put 4 sausages in my sausage and bacon baguette. You only meant to have 2.
Oh,
so I kept one back for her.
That's sweet of them, innit?
Right, come on you. Outside.
Can't say Greg is in my house. Not too loud. If you do, Charlie Spaniel gets excited. He actively expects a Greg's whenever he's a good boy.
I open the door and let you outside. You come straight back in again. Is it because it's wet?
So that it's fucking cold and it's wet. That's shit.
That is it. It's wet. It's like, oh, I don't want to go outside in the wet.
Spaniel's exactly the same. He's like, I ain't going out there. Why? It's fucking cold. Yeah, and it's wet. You stupid and blind human. It's like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I'm talking to you, mate. He's like, fuck off.
Stupid
I'm not
human.
going out there.
Yeah, no, that's the only advantage of greyhounds. They do not like going out in wet weather. They only go when they're fair weather dogs. And if you try and drag them out into the cold weather, they will not accept it. They will not accept it at all.
Charlie Spaniel's not a fan. As soon as he sees the ground's wet, he stays inside. You can try pulling him through the front door. He's like, nope. I'm just going to glitch through the floor. Nope.
I once took a full walk around the local park near us. It was lovely. It was lovely when we went out. And once we got to the park, all of a sudden the monsoon arrived, and the dog just turned immediately around and dragged me back home. Never seen it walk so fast.
So, fuck this.
Yeah, and family knew that the dog doesn't like wet weather, so as I opened the door, they were stood there with towels ready. It's like, yeah, we knew he wouldn't be happy, so they
bless.
And now I've got one barking.
If they get wet, they stink. If they stink, they have to have a bath, which makes them more wet, so they stink. That's Charlie Spaniel's logic. He goes, I stink,
therefore
you give me
I
a
am.
bath, so I stink. It's like, you mean you stink more, mate? That's what I said, stupid human. It's like, okay, mate, sorry.
Yeah. You probably can't hear this, but I've got a lot of barking going in the background, which I'm going to have to edit
Oh,
out.
yeah, I can hear it.
Let me just go sort that one out, because it's probably doing something silly. It's one of those days, Skazz, I can tell. Oi!
It's always goddamn something.
That's uncalled for. Someone have a biscuit. Bribery.
I don't want a biscuit, motherfucker. I want a Greg's. I heard you say Greg's, and I heard you say sausage. Where's my saucy roll, motherfucker? I have to be careful, because if Charlie Spaniel hears me say Greg's, he'll get really excited and take us down Alton Broad North.
Well,
he often goes in there. The lad that was in there the other day gave him a Ginster's sausage roll, and he's never fucking like, he's like, oh mate, it's Greg's. Every time we walk past from Normanston Park, he like puts the anchors on. I was like, Greg's is there. Look, my dog recognises Greg's.
yeah.
Bless my boy.
Sheltie, who's got a sensitive stomach, we've had to resort, and we've been trying to work out whatever we can give her. Trouble is, she can basically eat fish and rice, and trouble is, there's not a lot of protein in fish or rice, so it's not great. So she's starting to lose rating condition. We've resorted to, and I'm disgusted by this, but we didn't have a lot of choice. We've had to buy her a vegan dog food. And she likes it, but she's now putting on muscle again and weight, which is great. But it's because it's the only thing we could buy that hasn't anything that she's allergic to in it. So she's on vegan dog food, though she's on too well. Now she's getting podgy now. She's gone from being like quite lean to a bit podgy now.
Bless her little soul.
Yeah, she went from being able to not jump on the bed because her legs didn't have the strength in them because she lost a bit of condition, to be able to jump on the bed because her legs worked, and to not be able to jump on the bed because she's too heavy now to get on the bed because she's gone put so much weight.
Oh no!
So we've gone past. Yeah, there's, when you look at dogs, you see like a straight line either side of their bellies. There's a definite bulge now on her, so she's being cut down.
She's got a barrel.
I've never known a vegan to get fat. Right, I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think it was possible. Well, I thought because he did anything actually decent, but she's somehow
I know
achieved
many
it.
a fat vegan. No, mate, because they eat shit. I was like, oh yeah, but it's good for me because it's vegan. No, you spastic.
Just tell them.
Look, I'm saying, I remember a bloke I used to know decided he wanted to lose weight, so he was going to go vegan, right? Do you know what he ate?
What?
He's like, oh yeah, well, it's good for me, right? He was eating vegan ice creams. He was eating like a pack of vegan ice creams. Like, well, it turns out it's not really that good. It's fucking ice cream, mate. It's still high calorie, you dumb cunt.
I'm trying to work out what can possibly be in vegan ice cream.
Fucking plastic.
I was just saying because cream.
Oh yeah, mate, it's not real.
No.
Like, no, none of it's real. It's like when you get a vegan sausage. It's like, it's not a fucking... Stop it. I'm having a vegan burger. Go fuck yourself.
The ones I laugh at, the ones who...
Stop this.
The ones I particularly laugh at is someone told... So I was speaking to them the other day, and they introduced themselves, oh, yeah, I'm a flexitarian. I said, what's that? I said, well, I'm vegetarian, but I eat meat sometimes. I said, well, you're not a vegetarian, then are you? By that logic, I'm a flexitarian. So
I was going to say, yeah, but like, I always find that really fucking bizarre when someone goes, oh yeah, well, I only eat meat occasionally. I hate to say it, motherfucker. That's the same for most people.
yeah.
Like, most people don't go, oh, you know what? I'm gonna have a fucking steak for breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna have cheeseburgers for dinner, and I'm gonna have a chicken meal for tea. What the fuck is wrong with you?
When does occasionally flip you over to being? Oh, I'm actually vegan, but I eat meat occasionally. When is it? What threshold is occasionally on this? Once a month, once a week, once a day? What's the actual threshold here?
Because
the cow died all the same.
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with people? Ram?
Yeah?
Am I living in a world where everyone's become mentally soft?
Well, Skazz, I'm just going to gesture wildly to the outside world around us and go, yes. Just look at the world, look at the news, look at what's going on in the world at the moment, and just think, yeah, we fucked up. We are in the wrong timeline,
mate. I'm the one with fucking brain damage, and I'm not even this mentally soft-boiled.
We're the one who's somebody's fiddled the simulation. Somebody's enabled God mode and decided to put spawn some annoying people in just to wind things up. Still,
to some people.
Yeah, I've got
fucking people.
But there is some good things coming. Because. What? I don't know if it's because I've got old, Skazz, but things keep slipping me by. I keep missing things. I keep finding
last minute. What, you get old? Yeah, mate. It's because you're dead.
Turns out there's a new edition of Warhammer coming out, which I completely missed. It comes out on Saturday.
A new one?
Yeah, new one.
But Ram, that was only a little while ago you said there was a new...
That's a few years ago now.
Warhammer.
No, it's a few years ago now, Skazz. Life has moved on since then.
How the fuck many versions do you need?
But this is 11th edition.
Would you revise it like every 20 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. They do it. Basically, they get everything, all the army books released, and release a new version, so all those army books become redundant. That's the usual methodology. But yeah, I've got 11th edition coming out on Saturday. It's like, when did that happen? I've completely missed this. I subscribe to a number of Warhammer subreddits, and I've missed all of this.
Now, I have to ask, Ram, do you actually play Warhammer, or are you just collecting a nice army to put on a table somewhere?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I do play Warhammer, not as much as I would like to, but I do still play Warhammer. But not as much as I'd like to.
Fair that. I don't know, man. Like, you've seen my setup because you even commented, oh my God, mate, that's the old logo. It's like... That's the logo. I don't know.
No, it's I'm looking for 11th edition coming out. So, I better buy that then.
You better buy that. Have you actually played with the last edition?
Yeah. I've played the last edition. I've played a few games. Honestly, not as much as I want to, but I have played. So
enough to warrant the cost.
Look, you've got to have a little bit of pleasure in your life.
Yeah,
but Skazz, you buy the same version of you buy the same game like 20 times on different platforms. Okay.
The difference is I play them.
I play Warhammer, so don't you?
Yeah, but look what I'm saying. Like, do you actually get the money's worth out of it, or have you just bought a book, played it once, and put it on the shelf?
The new version is 185 quid. That's basically a new. That's basically a new game these days. So really, what's the difference?
No, we've had this discussion. That's horse shit. Fuck off. Gaming's expensive.
I didn't say it's expensive. I did not say it's expensive. I just said it's about the same as a new game at the moment. I did not say it's expensive. I'm not doubting that games being like sort of 800 quid is not worth it. I did not say that in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, to be fair, 800 quid, I'd probably say that's a bit... You're getting a bit now, lads, ladies and gentlefish, but when you're at, the 80 to 120 quid, I'm not particularly bothered. Look, I know years ago, I'd have been horrified, but I've put my old man hat on and gone, Wait, but I've been paying 50 quid for games since the 80s.
All I'm saying is, I could be a hard look. Some people spend their hard-earned money on crack cocaine. I spend it on plastic crack. It's a very similar thing. Yeah. So I do get pleasure out of it. I get pleasure from building them. I get pleasure from painting them. I get pleasure from playing with them.
But right, so are you just buying a new rule book or a whole new?
Oh, it's a whole box set. It's got like it's not just the rule book. No. It's not. They don't try to do 180 quid for the rule book. You get.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because when it's like because initially when you were like, oh yeah, I'm just going to buy a whole new, but. I mean, how much has it changed? Because I'm just thinking about like the old Blood Bowl days, and I was like, well, yeah, you buy a set, you got your humans, your orcs, your board, and that, and then you buy expansion and expansion.
Yeah.
What the fuck more are they doing?
It's got more plastic crack in it. What more could you want? Look, I can't. Look, I can't explain my addiction. Okay, I can't explain.
To be fair, no, I'll give you a Ram because you have more space than I do. He actually does. Like, when Ram goes, oh yeah, I've got a small VR play space. It's like, motherfucker, your VR play space, just your play space is bigger than my living room. Fuck off.
What I said was, Valve consider my play space small. I don't. Valve said it was a small play space. I didn't say that.
Mine is too small to even register.
Valve, in fact, you ain't even got a play space. You're just there.
It's true. It is true. That's why I have to go the meta route, because meta are like, oh, you've got like enough room to just kind of swing your arms about a bit. There you go, that'll do.
yeah. Do not leave the chair. Do not leave the chair.
That's it. I turn all them guardians off too.
But if you've set up right, it's fine. As long as your chair's not on wheels, so you sort of wheel about places, you're fine.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's the next sort of issue of VR. A VR like Tank Commander, where you have to sit on a wheeled chair. So you can sort of like now move your feet, you're with you to wheel yourself around.
Yeah, spin around a bit, yeah.
Oh, I've just thought of it. How you could do it. Motorised wheelchairs with a Bluetooth connection to the game.
Yeah.
And so as you drive your tank around the game, the little wheelchair moves around with you.
That sounds lethal to me.
Well, you could program it so like it could steer slightly, so you think you're going forward, but actually
you know what that makes me think of? Fucking logos, the little turtle.
Yes, yeah.
That's all I'm thinking. I'm just thinking they've upgraded that, so you've got some fucking gamer in a wheelchair, and the code is like, yeah, go that way.
Skazz, that's a YouTube video waiting to happen.
Oh, mate.
We need to get a motorised wheelchair. We need to somehow rig up to a computer so it can take input. That should be doable. I'm sure that's easy. An Arduino will do, I'm sure. And then we need to set up a course, like the old Logos courses. And then we have to get someone sat there in a turtle costume. And then we have to get someone else to then we have to find some small children to program it.
The 2026 edition of fucking Logos. Like, this is what we had back in the 80s and in the 90s. This is what you get in 2026. Well worth the money.
It's interactive. Because we'll make the course like out solid concrete. So the tortoise makes noises when it hits something.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. This is.
Well, it probably will hit something because you'll hear it as it runs someone over.
I don't know why no one's done this before. This is such an obvious thing to do. Logos cross wheelchair.
Logos X wheelchair. That'd be amazing to be.
Hey, what was that? What was that game you played? That was called like Cross something, wasn't it? X something, wasn't it? The one where you had to use the Wii controllers or the Switch controllers to spin the wheelchair.
Oh, Drag and Drive.
Yeah, Drag and Drive.
I love that game. That's great.
Logo and wheelchair.
That'd be so fucking funny though. You know what? If only we had the
Switch
money.
Controllers.
If we had the money, we could have bought Fen Park Primary. They had a massive assembly hall. We should have bought that motherfucker, and
I'm thinking laser tag arena, wheelchair games. I'm thinking orgies. I'm thinking.
Yeah, exactly. They had that fucking. They had the massive fucking that outside area as well. And you could be like, well, what the fuck do you guys need that for? Man. Easy. It's a buffer.
Yeah. This keeps the riffraff out.
And a buffer between us and them. There's a massive fence with a load of ground people have to cross. And if you want, it was nice and high too, so you could just hang out of a window and shoot at people with your fucking airsoft rifle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Isn't it really annoying you don't have money?
No.
No. But then if I didn't spend all my money on plastic crack every few years, it probably would.
Yeah, we would have been able to afford half of this shit. If I stopped buying the same game on 10 platforms and you stop buying fucking shit with loads of sprues.
So, I plopped down on the table a little plastic building from Imperial Builders. Said that's the only house I'm ever going to own.
Yeah, it's the only house we'll be able to afford.
Yeah.
You sure? Yeah. Life ain't that expensive. Oh, you'd be surprised. Our habits. Yeah, but I need something to make me happy. It's like, what?
Yeah. That was the
I need to go to Starbucks 10 times a day.
That was
and have Netflix, Amazon, fucking Hulu, Disney, all the other subscriptions. I need these. It's like your parents didn't have them. Yeah, but they're fucking boomers. It's like, what are you on about, dude?
They've got houses.
That's how they save their money.
Yeah. Yeah, back then you could buy a house for sixpence, couldn't you? So it's like you could buy a house as opposed to modern game.
But their annual wage was only sixpence.
Yes, but my annual wage couldn't buy a house now.
Well, no, because your annual wage is shit.
Yeah.
And China keeps buying them.
Oh. Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, this is doing the States. No one wants to buy the fucking property here. Bulldoze it and be done with it.
China buy it all and then demolish it for being inhumane.
Yeah.
It's like, these are your living standards? What?
Was it the Great Leap Forward or whatever it was?
I would put a Foxconn employee in this building. So...
well, that's probably what they think. It's like, oh my God, what is this? Where's the suicide nets?
You don't have them? How many people do you lose? No, people just live like this. What? China moves its entire industrial output to the UK because it's cheaper.
They're like, well, you're just more miserable here. It's like, how the fuck? Wow. How are they doing this? It's like, well, we're British. It's like, you guys must be so miserable. Well, yeah, I just said we're British.
Comes with territory. British people every British person gets a moment of happiness once every few years when a new edition of Warhammer comes out.
Well, yeah, like, but again, I'll say it again. We're British. We were raised to know our place, right at the bottom. You're not going to go any higher because we're a classless society. So it doesn't matter if you've got money, because you won't go any higher.
Yeah, it's all about your breeding.
Exactly. So fucking know your place, sit down, shut up, and be miserable like the rest of us.
Exactly. Makes you proud to be British.
But yeah, but I'm rich. It's like, yeah, but where did your money come from? Oh, I earned it.
Didn't inherit it. What's wrong with you? You've had to work for your money? You worked for your money? You're
basically a dollite, but I'm worth fucking £5 million. It's like, Dolly, get out of here, scrub.
Your hands have done physical labour. I worked in an office. You moved paper around.
Oh my God.
How did you find the time to go fox hunting and shooting?
And berating your staff.
And I bet you've only got to and go and spend months in the Seychelles. How did you find time to do that?
How did you find time to order your latest luxury yacht?
Yeah. But anyway, Warhammer's come out Saturday, so it's like, I could be talking boys playing that. So hey, fun. Come on, I'll pay him free. So.
Paying free.
Things that missed me by. There was a new season 4 Mankind came out on Apple TV. Completely missed that as well. So that was like, okay, missed that.
Wait, you pay for Apple TV?
I watch quite a lot. Yeah, I pay.
Is that a subscription? Or do you pay Apple One, or do you just pay for Apple TV?
I don't pay for like the
Apple One is the all-round subscription. Just in case anyone's curious. It gives you iCloud.
No, I just do the TV bit.
All right.
Because I watch
£30 a month.
Yeah, I think it's $8.99. I think it is at the moment. But I've watched quite a lot on Apple TV. Completely missed 4 Hour Mankind coming out. Completely missed that. But they've got a new series of Silo coming out as well, which I'm looking forward to. That's going out on July the 3rd. But I don't know how it things keep slipping me by, Skazz. It's terrible. I think it's because I'm getting old.
Yes, because you're old. You haven't got a lot of time, and you work a lot, I suppose. And you're too busy sniffing plastic sprues.
Not the sprues, it's the plastic glue that goes with the sprues that you have to
Well, I was going to say, you sat there like sniffing all the paints and all the fucking glue. And it's like, oh yeah. It's like, no wonder time just fucking...
Look, you have the plastic, you have the plastic glue, you have the spray paints. You know, you get...
spray paints, mate, you're posh.
Yeah. You've got to do it properly, you've got to do your layers. Gentle layers. There's the spray paint, do it properly.
Nah, mate, it's Warhammer. They can just stay plastic grey. That's it.
I do have a rule now that nothing gets put on the battlefield that hasn't been painted. Which is why I play many games. So
what? It's like it's still sat there in the box. Like, yeah, but I've got it. I can play if I want. I can.
Yeah,
I've got 5 guys ready.
Yeah, I've got shit. I can play anytime I want. Just give me an afternoon. I do find painting quite relaxing. I do quite enjoy doing a bit of painting.
A bunch of my guys, well, funny enough, a bunch of my guys would actually rather paint than play. They buy just to paint.
That's actually very common, actually. There's a lot of people who just collect, and they say they buy to paint, and that's quite common, actually. I know quite a few people just do that. So I totally get that and understand.
I'm actually trying to think. There's something else like that, but I
quite a few.
Yeah, just like loads of little missed kind of hobbies where you don't actually engage with the community. Good idea. But, you know, just buy up, build it, paint it, you know, that kind of thing. It's just basically modern airfix, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Let's be honest, because we're not playing. We're just buying it to put it together and look at it and go, well, that's kind of pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
I'm not going to have a train set. That's for really old people.
Well, you said
we'll buy some Warhammer and do the same thing.
There is a reason why Lego has a whole division just advertising to adults.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, let's be fair. The average child can't afford a Lego set these days.
Well, no.
And the fact that everything from Lego is now a kit. Like, it's not like, oh, hey, you've got everything that you need to build exactly this. So can't I just have a box? Do you remember when you used to buy just random boxes of Lego bricks?
You still can. You still can. But Lego's always been very kit focused. You can still buy just boxes of stuff. That is still possible to do. But it's not very common. I mean, I used to buy the. It was really frustrating my father because I'd get a Lego kit, I'd build it to how it's meant to be, and then I'd pull it apart and make something else. And it used to really frustrate. It's like, it's not what it was. It's not what it is. Like, but the point of Lego is you build other things. That's the joy.
You can build things. So what you need to do is just buy around like a big box of just missed Lego pieces and just see what you can build.
It's look, Lego is the OG Minecraft. So
yeah, basically,
and now you can buy Minecraft Lego sets. So
which is fucking weird. That's come full circle.
It is weird. But
so what is this? Oh, it's just a rip off of Minecraft. It's like, what?
It's Minecraft IRL.
I've heard that before. Lego's just a rip off of Minecraft. These Lego games are just ripping off Minecraft. It's like, okay, Fius.
To be fair, most of the Lego games though aren't exactly Minecrafty though, are they? Because you don't. Can you actually build stuff in the Lego games? I know you build like pre-built stuff.
They have done
fully
free
form
games
stuff
where you can just like build stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
But most of them are like, you know, oh, here's Lego Lord of the Rings or Lego.
Yeah, but you have. But I remember there was going to be a Lego game, never if it came out or not, that you could build things in the game, but then there'd be an option to like export like the order of what you need to build it in real life.
Yeah, to like buy the bits and yeah. I'd heard something of that effect. I just don't know if it ever became a thing. I know was that like Lego Worlds or something?
That's like a long time. That I want to say the podcast I remember they're talking about it. That was been early 2000s.
I was surprised to find out that. Do you remember Lego Mindstorms?
Yes, I've still got my Lego Mindstorm.
Wow, I never had one of those. My school had them, but I wanted one. God, I desperately wanted one. Apparently, they still make them.
They do, yeah.
which is absolutely insane to me. So, just in case anyone's curious, it was a Lego programming kit.
Yeah. They're quite fast because they all got blue. You can get like all Bluetooth controllers and stuff for your phone. So if you can control it through like an app, you can program and then control it through an app on your phone and stuff.
Oh wow, that's neat. So when I used it at school, like you could build a little house and you can actually set it up so that like you'd have like what those things like the things that are like parking gates where they kind of raise up and come. I can't remember what the fuck they're called now.
The Mindstorm I had was all robot based, so I built you could build a little robot that could like drive around and pick things. It could like drive up to a ball and you had like a light sensor could like tell colours.
Yeah.
So it'd go up to like a ball and it could work out the right colour, pick it up and then take it somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, what they'd done with this one was that like you could push like a little car or brick past a sensor, and then that would trigger a motor to do other stuff.
Yeah.
So you had the brick based stuff, but then they had other kits where you could just kind of put things together. I believe it was still Mindstorms at that point, but it was amazing what Lego were trying to do to get kids into computers and computer science. Then we got rid of computer science.
Yeah, I got the Mindstorm kit and I formatted the brick so you could run C on it. Because by default, you could only do like the Lego programming, like the little visual language.
Well, because they had the advanced mode, didn't they, or whatever it was.
But you could like almost flash the brick and install like a C client on it, so you could push program in C and run that instead, which is what I did. Build all programs. I've still got my Lego Storms in a box somewhere. I think it might actually be I think it might even be in this house.
I mean, that's got to be ancient at this point.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what was that like?
I bought that when we were at UEA.
Oh wow, no. So the stuff that I was playing with was a lot older than that.
Oh, this is So I had the Mindstorms 2. Which is the layer one.
Oh, right.
I bought it when I was at UEA because that was what they were going to be using as well. So I bought that in advance of that. So that's why I had it. However, now you can buy like third party, because there's a couple of YouTubers who I've occasionally watch where I'm like, but want something simple, and they build stuff like out of Lego and program it. They'll build like little like robots and stuff. They'll show you the building it, but they buy like third-party controllers that are compatible, and you can like literally like program like a remote control for like a RC car, and you can like set to control servos. You set to control things. So you basically can build RC cars out of Lego using these controls and stuff, and they're all like programmable, and they can like control motors and stuff. So. There's quite a lot, and I think it's quite a community of people doing that, which is cool. But yeah, Lego, but let's face it. So yeah, Lego's plastic crap.
I'm glad they're still in it, to be honest with you, because that's a whole division they could have scrapped years ago.
I think Lego really, from what I heard, they went into more adult stuff like around COVID. Apparently, like big into it around COVID, because also people just needed hobbies, and people had the opportunity to pick up stuff apart. And that Project Hail Mary kit I've got, that was from the adult range of Lego. They call it icons, and they are like the expensive sets that do stuff, but they are meant to be used. You're meant to build them and then put them on show or display somewhere.
Let's be honest though, I reckon like majority of Lego's audience was adults.
Probably, yeah.
I can't. Well, I think this with a lot of stuff actually. Like when you look at stuff like Pokemon cards and stuff like that, majority of the people buying this stuff ain't kids. It's not the people that it's marketed to. It was once marketed to us, but we've grown up with it and we've kept like pulling it along with this kind of thing. So, but now it's like a fight with the actual kids who are kind of within the age range to play it. Right, just want to throw it out there. You are never, ever too old to do something. If someone says to you it's fucking weird, fuck them. Not literally. You don't know what you might catch, right? But you're only as old as you fucking feel. If you get enjoyment out of something, who gives a shit? You could be an 80-year-old granny collecting vintage action, man, because it reminds you of when your kids were little or whatever. Do it. If that's what you like, do it. All right? So,
according to someone searching online, adults, so as a percentage of people who play Lego, buy Lego and so forth, adults only make between 5 to 10%. However, monetary wise, spend an awful lot more. So yes, adults, they're still the minority in terms of who gets Lego plays it, but they spend an awful lot more than they spend significant capita, so which makes sense. They're buying the £200 sets, whereas your kids getting the 15, 20 quid set. So that makes a lot more sense. So
That's
there
fair.
you go. That's fair. And I think that sounds, and that's probably, to be fair, keeps them going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say that I haven't not built Lego for many years, and I got my Project Hail Mary since that was actually very relaxing, and there's so much better done now in how they do it. Yeah, in the old days, Lego, you just got a bag with all the bits in it, and it's like, oh, good luck.
It's now separated because I've done stuff with the kids before that they probably won't remember, but yeah, everything was separated into different bags, and you had instructions, like saying like it's in this bag. You're building bag 1 first, then bag 2, then bag 2, blah blah.
And
that was actually quite weird because the kids got a set a while ago, and it was quite awkward to have to explain to my mum that so Noodle was trying to build one of his kits, and it's like he needs the app. Like there's no instructions here. There's nothing here. Like the instructions are on an app. He had to scan a QR code to get access to the build instructions. He needed to have a specific app to build this set. And it's just like, well, he could just build. It's like, but he can't see it. Like, what's he going to do? Guess from that one angle on the photo?
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be an interactive set as well. It's like he needs a phone or a tablet and the app. He needs access to be able to build. And it's so weird. So weird. It's like I'm trying to explain to my parents like that Lego isn't as free form as it maybe once was. Now, if you buy a set, there are very specific things that you're expected to do with it, and that you might not even get like a piece of paper in the box to tell you how to build it. But
yeah, it was fun though. So there you go.
Fair that.
Yeah. But no, there's no time merch for the sheep detectors, unfortunately, for Lego. So that's a failure on their part.
Soon.
George's caravan. Sebastian's doing well, just so you know. But,
fair that.
he had some biscuits. He's loved it.
Oh dear. Wait, didn't you say you were buying pigs at one point?
I've got pigs. I've got 6 pigs. Well, I own half shares in 6 pigs.
I was going to say the rich people pigs.
I own the
pedigree pigs.
No, pedigree pigs. I own the back half where the piglets come out. My friend owns the front half where the food goes in.
Oh, there you go. So you get yours is the best value.
Yeah, I think it's a fair arrangement. Yeah, I get the things that I get the things that produce the food. That produce the money. I get that bit. He gets the other bit that eats the food and eats the money. So,
hey, whatever works, man.
Whatever works. So you've been up for anything Skazz at all?
To be honest with you, Ram, I'm in a bit of a gaming slump. But I did go and do that thing that you said that I do earlier, in that I bought a game that I already own on another platform.
Oh, good. Happens to mention it to you again? All yes?
No and no. So
Nier Automata.
I don't like. Nope, I fucking hate that game. You can shove it up your ass.
That about 10 times.
No, I don't.
Oh, do you not?
No, I don't.
Do you not?
No, I fucking well don't.
Oh, good.
That's actually one of the things that I had against Stellar Blade. Was that I was like, please do not make this Dark Souls cross Nier, and it was exactly Dark Souls cross Nier, but somehow worse because it has meter management in it. I don't want Dark Souls and Nier with meter. Nier had fast, fluid combat. Dark Souls is slow, methodical, and you're going to get your ass beat. Stellar Blade was like, hey yo, let's make it look like it should be fluid, but make it so that you can't do anything unless you've got resources. Okay. Why? Well, because it encourages you to parry, so you get more resources. I don't want to sit there and parry everything, man. If I want to parry, I'll play fucking Street Fighter. Anyway. Yeah, so I picked up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth again on, but this time on Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
And you're gonna be like, right, but you said you don't like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I don't. Traditionally speaking, I don't. Final Fantasy VII was a nice short game, about 40 hours from start to finish.
Something like that,
Not
yeah.
a whole lot of bloat. Once you get out of Midgar, which is about the first part of the game, which is about 40% of the overall content of the game, the rest of it just kind of you breeze through it, right? In the original game, 40 hours total. You know, you can pad the time if you want, but that's basically it. You've got the whole fucking thing, full fat experience right there. Final Fantasy VII Remake came out. It was originally previewed all the way back in the PlayStation 3 days because everyone was like, oh my god, they tried to show how cool the PlayStation 3 was. They did a Final Fantasy VII demo of the intro. Everyone collectively came in their shorts. It was amazing. They announced for the PlayStation 4 that they were going to make Final Fantasy Remake, but instead of it being a remaster, like a very pretty version of Final Fantasy VII, they decided what we're going to do. Final Fantasy VII was 3 discs. We are going to make it so that Final Fantasy VII Remake is 3 whole games. And you're going to have to wait over a decade to get them. And because there isn't actually a lot of story here, we are going to pad the ever-loving shit out of it with fan fiction. So, Final Fantasy VII Remake, beautiful game considering the hardware it came out on, turned into how long was it, like 50 hours? Something like that. The whole game was longer. Final Fantasy Remake, which was just Midgar, which is like a 4 or 5 hour section, was basically 10 times as long.
Because when you say remake, you're actually saying the first third. You know, the first part of the game. It's it's not the whole game remade, it's just the first bit.
Yeah, well, that's what it's called, Final Fantasy Remake.
Yeah.
And so they decided to
They decided the whole game remade. To me, the remake is the whole game. It should have a subtitle. But
that was the subtitle because the next subtitle is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah.
So we've decided we call it the Re series. It's the Re series because fucking it's remake, rebirth, re.
It's the noise you make. It's the noise you make when you have to play it again.
Yes, basically.
Has the third bit come out yet?
Nope.
Right. Okay.
Nope.
I thought it hadn't.
Just no.
It's
absolutely fucking mental. Mate, I don't. At the moment, I don't really know. I'm gonna say yes, but like there was a time. So initially, Final Fantasy Remake was slated to be a PlayStation exclusive. So if you wanted Final Fantasy Remake, you had to have a PlayStation
to play a third of a game.
Square realised, fuck, we're not selling enough to balance out the cost of development whilst we're exclusive on PlayStation. We need to broaden our horizons. So they had to start porting it to PC, which, bad move by the way, you put it on Epic Store for a fucking year and there was hardly anyone on the Epic Store. Right? Then they put it on Steam. So again, still same version. Then it was like, shit, we should probably put it on Xbox. We should probably put it on Switch. Well, thankfully Switch 2 came out because that wouldn't have been playable on Switch 1. Right? But they finally put it all on all of the other platforms because they need to make money. Sony's like, Square is like, we are bleeding money making exclusives for Sony systems. We're just not making the money. And so it's like they start kind of sharing their earnings reports as time goes on. It's like, like fucking, we are hemorrhaging money and we still haven't released part 3 yet. I'm like, is part 3 still fucking coming? And they're like, maybe.
Yeah. I want to find out what happens to Aerith.
Oh, don't. I've been trying. No, because I've been trying my hardest not to give out any spoilers whilst we've been playing Remake. I know it's a game that came out in like '97, right?
All right. So is the big
Well, no,
thing
because it's all
that
different.
happened.
It's all no, Ram. It's all different.
Oh, does it not? Can
It's
it
all
not happen?
different.
So is it right? Okay, is this a remake or is this like just a new version of the game? Like, as in, like, have they actually?
That's their justification. If it's a remaster, it's the story from the original. If it's a remake, it's a re-envisioning,
A reboot.
a retelling.
A reboot.
Yeah. So they've effectively redone the story.
So does like the major story beats still happen, or have they like completely changed how it goes?
Right. So a chunk of them do, but in a very different way. Right. So I'm going to drop a few little spoilers that I have mentioned before on podcast.
Spoiler alert.
Right. If you're a fan of Final Fantasy VII, you will probably cry. If you haven't played Remake and Rebirth yet, well, tough shit. Right. You've played Final Fantasy VII, correct, Ram?
I have.
The Midgar section. I don't remember if you ever finished it.
I didn't finish it. I got as far as the circusy. Is it Golden Top? Golden Big Top?
Gold Saucer.
Gold Saucer. I got as far
Gold
as that, and that section completely put me off.
Yep, and it's a miserable section, and it's even worse in Rebirth, but don't worry about that.
Okay.
So, you remember that one of the characters from Avalanche, Wedge, dies, correct?
Yeah.
Fat guy from Avalanche, he gets booted off the top of the plate.
Oh, yeah.
Like he falls to his death.
Quite early on, isn't it, I think, if I remember correctly?
Yes, first 4 hours. Right?
Yeah, that's probably what I don't remember him.
In Remake, he survives. You're like, oh, that's different. There are these weird cloaked things going around called whispers, and I've compared them to the arbiters from Terry Pratchett stuff. These random robed things that go around and they fuck around with the timeline. In Terry Pratchett's world, the arbiters try to keep time clean, right? In Final Fantasy Remake,
they're not good. They're I don't want to say evil, but they are not.
Well,
they're not good. They're not good for humans.
In Remake, for example, there's a section where in original Final Fantasy, there's a second mission where Avalanche goes to blah blah reactor and Cloud is supposed to go. Correct?
Yes.
Right. Well, in Remake, they make out Barrett and Cloud have an argument, and Barrett tells Cloud to go fuck himself. So Cloud isn't on the mission. They're going to pull in one of the other members of Avalanche, one of the little lackey characters. But then the Arbiters intervene and attack Avalanche outside of the pub that their hideout is in, Seventh Heaven. So the replacement character falls and like sprains or breaks their ankle. So they can't do the mission. Barrett's then like, fuck, I need someone to take this spot. Cloud, you have to come in. So there's little bits, they're changing how parts of the story work.
Yeah.
Right? There's a section in Final Fantasy VII, Wedge dies. An entire section of the upper plate of Midgar, so you've got the ground, and then there's a big platform, and then above there's another city above the ground. They drop an entire section of the city on Avalanche's headquarters. And during that attack, dropping the plate, one of the characters, Wedge, dies. He falls from the plate, or he falls from the platform that holds the plate to his death.
Yeah.
In Final Fantasy VII Remake, he survives. Now, the annoying thing is there's also a section whereby Barrett gets killed at Shinra headquarters. You'll be like, what? Yep, Barrett gets shot. Gets shot and killed at the top of Shinra headquarters when they're dealing with the President Shinra, one of the big bads at the early points in the game. But the Arbiters come along and bring him back to life. Or the Whispers, or what the fuck ever they're called. So a lot of the main story beats are still there, but they keep changing little bits to try and keep you guessing. Because they're like, oh yeah, we're going to keep the fan base on their toes.
But is it guessing when you still end up the same? Yes, you've gone from A to B, but you've gone A to B to C instead.
but they haven't gone directly back on track yet. Not yet. So, you probably won't know this. Oh, I've got to be careful how I say this. Fuck it. So, in Final Fantasy VII, there's a character called Zack Fair. Zack Fair dies. In Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, he gets shot trying to protect Cloud, the main character of Final Fantasy VII. He gets shot before they get to Midgar. Right? In Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Zack's alive. He makes it to Midgar with Cloud. There's a time split. There's 2 Clouds.
Right.
There's the Cloud that everyone has interacted with up until this point. And there is the Cloud that is with Zack, who is currently suffering with Mako poisoning. There's 2 of the motherfuckers.
Right.
How are we going to fix this? We don't fucking know. But my groove with Remake...
But the sound effect it's taking someone to come out, they don't know either.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's it, right? And so...
The game's done. Everything's done. It's just they can't figure out how to write the story.
They haven't figured out how to wrap it up. But the trick is, like... It's okay. It looks good. It plays pretty well. But my God, if I haven't made it clear already, there's so much bloat. If you can turn a 4-hour section into a 50-hour game, my fucking God, the amount of fan fiction to get something simple put across. Final Fantasy VII, Cloud wears a dress. Yeah?
Yes, I remember that bit, yeah.
Like, start the game, takes about 20 minutes to get him to wear a dress, yeah?
Yeah, I remember that
so
bit.
He can go and sneak into some bloke's place and fuck him up. They're trying to get information on a plan to drop the plate. Yeah. 20 minutes. How long does that take in Remake?
Oh, I'm guessing it's actually make the dress from hand, is to go get the cotton, you know, sort of process it, turn to thread, buy a loom, and make it. So I went 2 to 3 years.
About that. It takes 4 hours.
Okay, yeah.
4 to 6 hours to do a 20-minute section.
Are the free, like, is it? I think it's free, like, Shimmer's all like suited people who follow you around and keep, and all the comic relief people keep turning up.
The techs?
Yes, them.
Rude, Reno, Eleanor, and Sung.
Yes.
They're still in it.
Oh.
They are still in it.
Still as irritating as ever?
I quite like the techs. I think they're kind of funny because basically, if they're off duty, they don't give a shit. That's another thing with Remake Rebirth. There's a lot of kind of beats that happen later on in the game, right? So later on in Original 7, you'll bump into the Turks, and they couldn't give a flying fuck about you. And it's like, what's all this about? And like, we're off the clock. Like, we don't give a shit. Go do what the fuck ever it is you're doing. We're busy. Right?
Oh, I remember that bit.
When we're at work, we will come and fucking we'll do you. Until then, fuck off. Right? They hint that in Remake, like, way earlier in the story. They're like, yeah, I'm not dealing with you right now. I'm busy. Like, I'm off the clock. This is my time now. Go away. That wasn't supposed to happen until, like, well, let's put it this way. If it was up to Remake and Rebirth, that shouldn't have happened for another, I don't know, 200 hours.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're moving parts of the story and certain little beats and certain little tells to happen at different points. So that if you're actually looking for it, you can kind of put little pieces together and kind of build. Well, you have to be able to kind of build a character profile for these motherfuckers because they're dragging it out so long.
Yeah.
That, you know, oh, that beat was supposed to happen in, say, Wu-Tai. Where is Wu-Tai?
They now fully fledged backstories.
Yeah, well, but you had that in the original. Example, Red 13 is a child. Yes?
Is he? I did not know that. I knew he was like...
you might not have got to Cosmo Canyon.
I got to Cosmo Canyon. I did Cosmo Canyon, but I don't remember that bit. I might have forgotten it.
Bugenhagen, his grandfather, specifically tells you Red's a child.
Oh, I must have missed that bit.
Red's like 40 odd, and for his species, he's basically a child. He's effectively like a 16-year-old.
Oh.
Right? That's they tell you that in Cosmo Canyon. They very, very quickly in Remake and Rebirth show that Red is faking a voice. Red is a lot more childish than he kind of puts on. And it's like, why are you doing this? And oh yeah, a little bit later, it's like, hey yo, Red's actually a child, but he was kind of putting on a front so that you show him some respect and all that. It's like, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
You didn't have to do that.
Red's my favorite character out of Final Fantasy 7, so.
But well, mate, you'd hate Rebirth.
I think I would,
because they have absolutely murdered him and turned him into a whiny child.
Oh no, he was like my favorite character in Final Fantasy 7.
Well, the wife, when I played Remake, she was like, I'm not playing it. So why? She's like, because you can't play as Red. When Red first appears, Red is a like a character that you can interact with, but you can't play as Red. Red can't join your party. Red will just kind of go over there and activate a switch or pick up an item or something like that. And it's just like, nope. In Remake, Rebirth, he's there and is a playable character, but not for the whole first section of the fucking game. So like they've rejigged the story a bit. Some things that aren't supposed to happen earlier. Some things that you were certain were going to happen later. But the biggest sin, other than padding, that the game kind of does, in my opinion, right? It's an open world. Rebirth is an open world. Final Fantasy VII was kind of open world.
It was sort of fake.
It was very
open
linear,
world, wasn't
like,
it?
Yeah, you could kind of walk around a world map and discover, sarcastic air quotes, places that you could go and all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. Remake is like, it does kind of a Far Cry in that it goes, hey yo, bro, what about that cool thing over there? Do you want to go find that tower? And when you find that tower, we'll point you to specific fights you can do, or little puzzles that you can do, or do you want to go find a chocobo? There's like one over there, or do you want to access a flying mini game over there? Or do you remember that piano mini game that was in original 7? Well, we've now made that a full thing all over the map. Do you want to go do that? Or like the Fort Condor mini game, which was like a tower defense style thing.
Yeah, I remember that. That was like
we've now
the
made
sort of
that
strategy
full
game. Yeah,
that's now everywhere. It's in the game. And you're like, oh god, okay, fair enough, whatever. And there's like, I don't know, I think there's something like 20 different objectives in each section of the map.
It sounds very much like they spend an awful lot of time asking if they could, not if they should.
Yes. But the biggest sin with all this stuff is, because someone will go, well, you don't have to do it. It's optional. It's optional. It's optional. Okay, cool. Well, in one of the missions I did yesterday, it's a proto-relic quest. The proto-relic quest seemed to be more important than any of the other stuff. Don't worry about what that is. It doesn't matter. But you bump into a bunch of characters that are side characters, fan fiction characters that were made up for the Yuffie expansion of Remake. You know, the little ninja girl?
Yeah.
Right? Completely missable character in the original, not in Remake and Rebirth. You have to play as her. So she's been shoehorned into all of the fucking story. I'll actually get to that in a sec. Right? So these random characters were with Wedge at one point. The character that I said died on the plate, and he survives in Remake. You assume he survives, right? All of a sudden, I'm going around doing these little side quests that I'm not forced to do. I don't seem to have to do them. The game's not demanding I do them, but I do it. Bump into these side characters from the expansion of 7 Remake. And it goes, oh, yeah, by the way, he's dead. And I was like, wait, you've gone and put a main character, like a character point, a main character story beat into a side mission. So unless you were planning to force me to do these later, I could have missed that bit of story. What the actual fuck are you doing? Well, because you could have assumed that Wedge was alive. Great, but now I know he's dead, and I wouldn't have done had I have not done all of that extra shit. So what were you going to do in part 3 where I'm like, well, where's Wedge? Where's Wedge? You haven't mentioned him at all. This is just a side story beat. He's not mentioned. It's like, where is he? We assumed he lived. Oh yeah, we killed him by throwing him off the top of the Shinra building instead of off the plate support. So he died the same way. The arbiters have come around to correct the timeline. Great, but you've buried that bit of plot, actual plot, in a side quest.
There is one thing that could redeem this for me.
Go on.
If they have got rid of Catsif.
Nope. Main character.
No, fuck, that's it then. I couldn't. That was nothing that put me off. It's like, oh, I don't want the comedy character. Fuck off.
Right, he's not as goofy now. He's not as goofy. They pretty much tell you, and I can't believe there are some people who have played Remake and Rebirth and who haven't figured out who Catsif is. But it's very heavily hinted very early on. But yeah, I mean, he's in there in Remake in Midgar. You don't play as him.
In Midgar?
Yes.
Because he doesn't
he's there. You know when the plate falls? You know when Seven's plate falls? He's there watching it.
Oh, because he doesn't turn up.
He watches the plate fall.
Yeah, because he doesn't turn up to Golden Saucer in the original, if I remember correctly.
Nope. But he's already there in Remake. Again, you don't play as him, but you see him. He was another one of those little hooks to make the original players go, oh, what the fuck's he doing there? But, oh, fuck, it's that character that I know. Kind of thing, you know. Keep going forwards, keep going forwards. Look at what we've done, look at what we've done kind of thing.
Yeah.
Again, like, same with characters that you could miss. Yuffie was a completely missable character. Yuffie and Vincent, missable. Gone. Never to be seen again. Right? You didn't have to interact with them at all. Same with the Zack storyline. You barely had to touch it outside of a few story beats. Right? But Yuffie and Vincent, over there, gone. You didn't have to have them in your party. In Remake and Rebirth, you have to have them in your party. So much so that, do you remember when you had to do the parade in Original 7? Which was literally just run left.
Oh, yeah, I do now, yeah. So
you go to a place called Junin. Rufus Shinra has now taken over after his father meets his untimely demise. Rufus takes over, and they throw a parade to go, hey, yo, Rufus is now the head of Shinra. Groovy, right? So, in Rebirth, they go, oh, yeah, you get to meet Rufus. Like, Cloud and the gang get to go meet Rufus. Okay, cool. You go to meet Rufus, and Rufus goes, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Just go do what you're doing. I've got better things to worry about than you fucking little pricks. Just piss off. I'm not interested in you. I'm not interested in fucking Aerith. I'm not interested in Avalanche. I could have you all executed right now, but you're wasting my fucking time. Piss off. Right? And you're like, oh, okay. Cool. Whatever. All of a sudden, Yuffie turns up. She's been paid to assassinate the motherfucker. So I was like really interested. Like, oh, okay, Rufus is just going to let us go fuck off. Yuffie turns up. Admittedly, it is mentioned that she's going to turn up because she's been hired to assassinate Rufus at the parade.
Right.
But as she goes to do it, Rufus assumes that she's part of your group, and she's like, no, I'm going to hunt you all down now. You're fucking done. You tried to do me in. And I was like, great, you just had, like, something interesting was going to happen that was different with the story, and you've already gone and fucked with it.
It's like they both want to do something new, but both just scared to do something new. It's like they sort of, like, start to, like, drift away, but they go, no, back to the main plot line.
It made me hate Yuffie more, and I already hated her.
I didn't like Yuffie from the
right, and I was like, you've fucked with the story again. Like, this could have been interesting. This could have been decent. It could have been different. You could have kept me on my toes. But there are times, like last year, I bounced off Rebirth so hard because I didn't want to do the parade. It's not very long in the original game. again, 15, 20 minutes. Right?
Let me guess. In
Not
this
very long at all.
version, you have to spend 2 or 3 days rehearsing it. Then you have to go buy the gear to do it. Then you have to get down. You then have to like pre-meeting about it. You have to have the meeting with the sword receptors. You then have to like the breakfast food. Then you have to let yourself line up. Sit in that lineup for 2 to 3 hours whilst you're ready to go. And then you actually get to start. So in game. So
that was basically it.
Yeah.
So so the Junin area, which is where the parade takes place, takes like what? 20 minutes, maybe an hour tops. Not just the parade, the whole fucking thing. You have to find Priscilla. She gets attacked. You help her dolphin. Her dolphin helps you get up to the parade area because you have to jump on like a crane or whatever. And then you do the parade. Not a huge amount. That takes fucking forever in Rebirth because you're not saving Priscilla as she gets attacked. You're saving Yuffie.
Oh.
Okay.
Can you choose not to?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
Then you have to gather all of your squad mates who are going to be in the parade. So you have to dress up as a Shinra soldier, then go around all of Junin City to find all of the people who are going to be in the parade. And then you have to do a dance routine, which is like a mini game. So like all you guys have to like.
I wasn't expecting that. That could put it's like you guys go to break and they could do a dance routine. That just was.
Well, it's effectively a dance routine, so it's like all like choreographed, like swing your gun around and do whatever, like march in time and all that kind. But it's like, so in Remake there was a dancing mini game that you had to do that was the same thing. So this little ball flies around the screen and you have to hit, like square, triangle, whatever, in time with the ball flying through the shape that corresponds to the button press. And then if you fuck it up, then, oh, you're terrible. But if you do it right, then you guys pull off the move and it looks cool or whatever. They really padded doing all that stuff. And because I knew that it was a short bit that I didn't like in the original, it was going to be much, much longer in Rebirth. And so I put the game down. I came back a few months ago to actually play the fucking game through. So I was like, I've paid for it. I'm going to play it through. And I've been doing all of the extra stuff, like what you do, Ram, where it's like I'll go to all the intel points, I'll do all of the side fights, I'll do all of the card game stuff that they're forcing me to do because it's all listed on the screen and you get extra stuff for it. You get materia for it, you get weapons for it. Apparently you get fucking key story beats from doing it. So I did all that, but it took like an extra 7 hours on top. Like 6 or 7 hours to get to the parade. I was like, oh my fucking god! I stopped thinking it was just gonna be go up that path and make the parade last longer. But no, there was a fucking mountain of stuff to do on top of it. Again, a lot of it you don't have to do, but if you do, the padding is there's so much more. Let's put it this way. Again, original 7, 40 to 50 hours. Remake, say about 50 hours. Rebirth, and I haven't finished yet, 78 hours
Fucking
I've been
hell.
playing so far. 78 hours, and I've probably still got another 10, 20 hours left. It's
Fucking hell.
fucking insane.
MMOs with less content than that.
Yeah, but it's all padding. The trouble is, like, initially it's not so bad because you're like, well, I've got to go kill this enemy, go do these side quests for these NPCs, escort missions, there's maybe 1 or 2, find a chocobo on the map to help you navigate. Fine. But once you get like 3 or 4 zones in and you have to do the exact same things over and over and over again, like 20 different beats per map section. Did you ever go to Gongaga in Original 7?
Oh, your point.
I don't know if maybe you got there.
No,
that might have been before Gold Saucer. Or after Gold Saucer, sorry. But Gongaga is literally a path. Well, I think I said it last time we spoke about Rebirth. It's a very small, like an omega symbol, I think. It's like that kind of shape. In Rebirth, my god, that's like a fucking 10-hour segment. That's huge. It's fucking huge. It's like a place with a handful of houses in it in the original game.
I mean, I could see if they'd like flesh things out to like make him, instead of being like a quick 5-minute thing, become like a 10, 15, 20-minute thing. Or like a section like this section always usually took you about sort of half an hour, we'll make it take like an hour. Now, I can understand they just sort of like pad out slightly, but it's usually gone way too excessive and just made it so sprawling.
So some people argue with me and say, well, you just don't like world building. It's like, I do, but I got all of this from the original 7, and that was only 3 hours long. Why does it need to be quadruple that length?
Quality over quantity. You don't need to have it that long. You don't need to, if it doesn't add something to the story, do you really need it? If it doesn't add, now I appreciate you have to have a little bit of physical spread for and stuff, but there's a middle ground. There is a middle ground to be had, and I could see a way that they could have expanded the game. Turn it from say a 40-hour game into a 50 or even 60-hour game, but the whole game.
Yeah.
But this is excessive because you're now what you're talking about. You're gonna, if you're only not even finishing, you're about 78 hours in. You're probably going to push like 150 hours between these first two bits, by the sounds of it.
No. 78.3 hours is just Rebirth.
But that's what I mean, because you said
remake.
the first remake. I thought the remake was about 50 hours. You took you.
Yeah, so that already puts me into 120.
Yeah, that's what I was getting. But Rebirth probably push you up to about. I'll say Rebirth is going to probably get towards about 100 odd hours, and then plus the remake will be about 150.
I think when I finish Rebirth, I'll probably be at 120 just for it.
Wow. Okay, it was I thought.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's going to probably take. I can't remember what I guesstimated at, like maybe another 20 hours left. I'm thinking it could be more than that. Wow. It could be a lot more than that, and it's
excessive.
I will admit I don't need to do all of the bits that I am doing. I don't need to do every combat trial. I don't need to do every side quest, but certain events in the game do actually change based on what quests you do. And as I say, I've now gone and found out the fate of a character that I thought survived through a side quest.
And whenever I hear people say the argument is, well, you don't have to do those bits. No, but that's kind of the point of the game, to do those bits, because they wouldn't put it in there otherwise.
Yeah.
They don't design a game thinking, I'm going to put 100 hours of content in there, but I expect most people just do 50. That's just a weird way to design a game. Like, if you put it in there, you want people to do it. And I think I think there would be a market for. I would like somebody actually to do stuff like, like the old Telltale games and things, where like you have complete two bridge paths, but which would are completely separate from each other. You had to play the game twice to get 2 3 points, not like interwoven, but completely branched apart. I think if someone's brave enough to do that, that'd be a fantastic thing to do, because then you'd have a complete branch. But they want you to play the whole game.
I've played a game like that, but off the top of my head, I can't remember what the fuck it was.
There was one game I remember. I'm trying to remember what it is. That is kind of like that. It was a little indie game where like a playthrough takes about 20 minutes, but there are so many ways it can split out.
Yeah.
And there's so many like options that you have to play it about like 20, 30 times to see everything. So I think there's, but I'm pretty sure some people. Imagine someone did like a proper like big RPG. Where right at the start, you pick a path. Like, right, okay, that whole segment's gone for you now. Yeah, you've chosen to like go into outer space and join like the Space Force or something. You could have stayed in town as a grunt, but you're not going to see any of that now. That's a whole like 12-hour campaign gone for you.
Yep.
But
so you don't have to do any of this side stuff. You don't.
No.
You are going to be somewhat missing out if you don't do it. As I say, some of the plot beats are there otherwise. The weird thing with the game is they want you to play it again. It's designed around trophy hunters, and Square have admitted this, by the way. The way they've designed the game is to appeal to trophy hunters, the people who like to get that platinum PlayStation trophy, the 100% completion trophy. So like, oh yeah, well if you do, because once you finish the game, You could in Remake. I don't know about Rebirth. If you finish Remake, it goes, oh yeah, do you want to play another chapter again? So you can select the other option to talk to another character a different way, or do this another way, so that you can unlock a different...
At least they don't make you have to play through the entire game again. So I suppose that's some benefit there. If you can actually just play a chapter. It depends on all the chapters are, I suppose. But
the chapters that they want you to replay that have any weight on the story are also the longest ones.
Yeah.
So in Remake's case, okay. So in Remake, an event will change when you fall down the sewers. After you go to Don's place in the original 7, Don opens up a trapdoor, you fall into the sewers, and you have to fight a boss. Before you fight the boss, you have to pick up one of the 2 girls, Aerith or Tifa. This is not long after Cloud wears a dress, right? Because you all have to dress up as women to go and see the Don. Then the Don springs a trap on you, you fall into the sewers. Great. An event will happen, whether or not you consider this to be important or not. An event will happen later on in the game based on which of the 2 girls you go to talk to first.
Right.
And so if you want the game perfected trophy, you will have to do that entire section again to get to that point. I don't know if it saves how many quests you have done up to that point, though. I've been told it might, but I don't know. So, like, let's say you've got 8 story quests to do to unlock the good route for, say, Aerith on chapter 5 or whatever, right? It might, if you only say did 3 of them, have those already ticked off that you did those 3 when you first played it through, and you only have to do the other handful, right? But the fact that you might have to go through, do all of that pad anyway, again, is fucking mental.
Yeah.
To me. I would like to do a Rebirth playthrough one day and a Remake playthrough one day where I just sit down and I just focus on the main story mission. None of the extra stuff. None of the extra quests, only what the game demands of me. I would suffer just to see how much different it is, because I did a lot of stuff based on the idea that parts of your save are supposed to carry over from Remake to Rebirth, only to find out after the fact that the only thing that seems to count in you finishing Remake to Rebirth is the fact that you actually finished it. That's it. Doesn't matter how you finished it, just that you finished it. So what stuff transfers over? Nothing. You get an extra materia for it. The fact that you played the previous game.
So it's pointless.
So you don't get your levels? Nope. Do you get any? Any of your gear? Nope. Not that I can tell. Just materia. In fact, so I bought the game on Switch 2. I bought Rebirth again on Switch 2. So I was like, there is no way this game is going to play on Switch 2. No fucking way. And then I realized yesterday when it came out that I hadn't finished the extra part of Remake on the Switch. So I played Remake on Switch, PlayStation, and PC. Right? I was like, fuck, I haven't done the Yuffie bit because I hate that bitch. I haven't done it on the Switch, so I'm not going to get the bonuses for Remake or for Rebirth.
Oh no, what were you doing?
8 hours to finish the Yuffie expansion. No, but I forgot that it was only materia.
Oh.
So I spent 8 hours doing it because otherwise it wasn't recognizing my save. But I don't think it's recognized my Remake save. So I'm only getting the Yuffie bonus, the Yuffie section bonus when I play Rebirth. And I'm like, motherfucker, really? Fucking really? But with that said, the game actually runs really well on Switch 2. Considering I first played parts of Rebirth on Steam Deck, and it looks like absolute shit on Steam Deck, which one would expect because it's a low power PC, right? And Rebirth is a PlayStation 5, was at one point a PlayStation 5 exclusive. The Steam Deck is nowhere near as powerful as a PlayStation 5, so you'd expect it to look a bit fuzzy, lower resolution. It's having to do some upscaling tricks to make it look or run as well as it does, right? On the Switch, whilst it is targeting 30 FPS, it looks infinitely better, mainly because it's running DLSS. The Switch has an NVIDIA graphics chip in it, so it can run a lower version of DLSS on it. It still looks fuzzy and a bit messy, but it's the fact that you've got these full home console games on these portable devices, and the Switch 2 is a lot lower power consumption than the Steam Deck, is absolutely fucking mind-blowing to me. That it's you've got a full console, 150 plus hour game, or however the fuck ever long Rebirth is going to be. You've got this full game. It's not a cut down version like what we had when we were kids. You had the home console version, and then you had like the Game Boy version. This is the version. However, I don't find many of these games to be overly compelling these days. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Whilst it's amazing that I am getting home console games, they're also kind of shit. They're bloated, they're slow, they're boring.
Yeah, they've not edited it. They need an editor, basically. It's like it's got like getting the War version of a film, which is like 5 hours long, and saying, there you go. It's like, perhaps we should edit this to make it like, 2.5 hours long.
Whilst it's technically impressive,
yeah,
I mean, and it is amazing what we're getting. And I know that there are a lot of people out there who like Remake and Rebirth. I would argue this with like any game that's coming out on Switch 2, or any kind of modern game as it stands, like a modern Assassin's Creed game or a modern whatever game. There's just too much filler. Like, we need more stuff to make it good value for money.
Yeah.
Knowing full well that gamers are just going to burn through this motherfucker as fast as possible. Like, as if Square are expecting us to spend like, oh yeah, this will last them like a year and a half or 2 years whilst we're developing stuff. No, it won't. There'll be some motherfucker that sits there and plays it solidly for like fucking a week straight.
Yeah.
Like, they're sat there in their underpants fucking with pot noodles next to them in a kettle so they don't have to move. There will be people who will finish it the first week it comes out. This content won't last, but it's a lot of pad, a lot of bloat, and a lot of games are like it. And it's like, why? Can't we just have a nice, clean, to the point game?
Well, it's because people have got there's a certain group which game longevity is equals value for the game, like how long a game lasts your value. But it doesn't need to be that way. There are plenty of games out there that are 4 to 6 hours long, or even less, that still fun and give you plenty of value. So, can I just ask, with regards to like the side quests and stuff, is this a sort of, how does like leveling work in the game? Is it like sort of like leveling with your character, or if like say you don't do any of the side quests, will you find yourself out leveled by the bosses, or conversely, if you do all the side quests, will you just steamroller everything?
Okay, so I think leveling wise, it's been quite reasonable. I've always found myself to be over leveled for main story beats, but not necessarily for some of the side questy stuff. So the side questing stuff is almost there to beef up my level.
That's all I was asking. Is like, if you don't do the side quests, will you actually be able to get through the game?
If you actually engage in combat with enemies, I would see you being able to keep up with the story level. But it got to the point, maybe like 60 hours into Rebirth, that I started actually actively avoiding combat, because it's not like Original 7 where you walk 3 steps and random encounter happens. You see the enemies on the map and you can avoid them. And so it got to the point where I just started avoiding fights because I just didn't want to waste the extra time.
Yeah.
I would have probably put an extra, 20 hours into the game if I hadn't been avoiding combat.
That's actually why I always disliked random battles, because it's like, you go into a random battle and you see enemy type and you go, I'm going to win this. It's just going to be a slog. I've just got to push through it. I mean, I got so frustrated with that. happening in 7 that in the end I ended up loading up cheat engine and I found out where the enemy's health was stored in the RAM. And if I was like, I don't want to do this battle, I'll just go cheat engine to set all their health to 1 hit point so I could just eat them immediately.
So, just as a note, original 7 got remade recently, and it's got a bunch of quality of life things in it.
So we've got the remake and also the remade version of original 7 out there as well.
Well, re-release. It's a re-release with some tweaks.
Okay.
So it's the original like PlayStation PC game from all those years ago, but now they've got like, hey, do you want it so that you can have like infinite gil? We've got that in a menu. Do you want to have like unlimited experience or max level or max damage? Those are all triggerable options now, so that if you do just want to go through the story, I think you can even turn off random encounters. There is an option in the game that will allow you to do that in the current release of 7 on PC.
Is there an option to switch off Golden Saucer and Cat Sith?
Unfortunately,
no.
No.
Well, then it's failed, hasn't it? The one
But I mean,
that made that game better, they have failed.
At that point, though, more that you could say, you could turn on a few of these things and just steamroll through that part of the story.
Yeah.
It wouldn't take a huge amount of time now, and you could just go, I don't enjoy the random encounter stuff. I don't enjoy these fights. Like, I can just turn all that off and just enjoy the story.
Yep.
Interact with the characters that I do like. Because to be fair, once you do Gold Saucer, you don't have to have him in your party anymore.
No. You got to
he just
that
fucks off.
Yeah.
And they've changed how you meet certain characters as well. I don't remember if you've met Sid Highwind in original 7 yet.
Name rings a bell because I thought, it's Sid. Because there's always seems to be a Sid in any Final Fantasy game.
Rocket Town. Did you ever get to Rocket Town? I don't remember if you got to Rocket Town.
Because I may have done it. It's because so long ago I played it, and because I've only played it through I played it once. I don't remember all the sort of specific areas and beats, but I do remember a character called Sid. Because I went, it's Sid. Because I remember there was a character called Sid in Final Fantasy X as well.
Yeah, there's always a Sid.
Yeah,
there's always a Sid. There's always a Biggs. There's always a Wedge.
Yeah, and I always remember because I remember meeting the big bad evil dude goth guy. Is he Sid or is he something like Sephiroth?
Sephiroth is the long white-haired guy with the big sword.
Yeah, him. I remember him. I met him in the town somewhere.
More the goth.
Yeah, I might be conflating the two. But the name Sid does ring a bell. I think I did.
Right, because I've started to lose track because of Rebirth where the story goes. And so in original 7, you meet Sid because you need to borrow his plane.
Yes. Yeah, I remember this.
Now, he's quite abusive to the woman that he lives with, isn't he?
He is. He's horrible.
Yeah, so there's a bit of domestic abuse going on. The woman's very submissive to Sid because she feels she owes him. And he's very nasty to her. Very nasty to her. Now, I haven't got to Rocket Town yet. I don't know if that comes next. But you don't see that side of Sid yet. In my 120 hours of playtime so far between Remake and Rebirth, well, it's actually more than that, Sid hasn't been a dick once. And I was like, have you
changed the character just to sort of, because you thought maybe not?
Yeah, domestic abuse might not be a thing these days.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be such a twist though if he seems really nice and then you find out afterwards he's actually a real cunt? Wouldn't that be?
Well, the weird thing is though, we're already using the Bronco.
Yeah, but
in 7, the Bronco doesn't even leave the ground, does it?
No,
Spoiler,
it doesn't.
By the way.
Yeah.
Because the Bronco gets shot down. You need to use it, but it gets shot up, so you can't fly anywhere with it. In 7 Rebirth, the Bronco is used for fast travel. So you have to call up Sid. Hey, yo, Sid, we'll give you $300. Can you go take us to that place over there, please? Because you can't walk there because they're kind of locked down maps. So you have to get Sid to kind of fast travel you to previous zones.
It's fast travel, but it's also the only travel.
Well, yeah. Because since like original 7, you could go, oh yeah, I'm going to go from Nibelheim to Cosmo Canyon, and you could walk there.
Yeah.
Right? In 7 Rebirth, it's like, right, you've gone to Cosmo Canyon, this is the Cosmo Canyon map. Do you want to go back to Nibelheim, or do you want to go back to Costa del Sol? You're going to have to go to a phone to call Sid to fly you there.
So there's no overworld map then?
There is, but some areas are really quite locked in. So you can't go from, example, Gongaga to Cosmo Canyon on foot. You need to call Sid to fly you there. But you can go from Costa del Sol to Gongaga to Coral.
Right.
So there are chunks of the map that you can traverse on foot, and there are other sections where it just goes, no, you have to have Sid fly you there.
Fair enough. Okay.
Maybe I could be wrong, but that's just how it's been in my playthrough. Like I say, it's amazing that we're getting these games on handhelds. It really is. You're living in a great time. But you really need to start polishing your games, guys. Like, we don't need hundreds and hundreds of hours of stuff to make the game fun. Cyberpunk was interesting in that, like, you didn't necessarily feel compelled to do all of the gigs and stuff.
Yeah, you had like,
you didn't have to do those.
Tiers of side quests, didn't you? Because you had like actual side quests. You had like the gigs, which are like really mini side quests you could pretty much ignore. Some of them were quite interesting, but they're very self-contained and simple, weren't they? So
yes.
they were like tiers of side quests, which I quite liked. I didn't, because you didn't need to do them, but then I've always said I'd rather a game with fewer but more detailed side quests than lots of side quests, or if there are little ones, they're really quick and easy, very simple, like 10-15 minute type jobs, and you can just walk past them. That's the sort of thing I like. So,
like 7 Remake and Rebirth are kind of like that.
Yeah,
kind of like that. They are tiered quests, but the game is also kind of pushed in that you should do them to get the extra things to beef up your party, to get that extra background story. But like the random soldier in Night City that kills himself because he can't get hold of his medication, that's the first kind of gig I remember talking about on the podcast. Like, dude, that fucking hit hard.
Yeah,
but that was like a 30-second thing as I'm driving down the street.
Yes.
Right. Whereas or like you've then got like the River Quest or Kerry or Pan Am.
Yeah.
You've got these entire chunks of
proper quest side
character development story that you may or may not do, because you don't have to do Kerry's storyline. You don't have to do River. You don't have to. I don't know if you have to. No, you do have to do something with Pan Am or Judy. Depending on
I think there's like a low level quest you have to complete, but that's mainly to sort of like to give you the option to unlock in the path to.
Yeah, to continue on. Like you can do some stuff with the Aldecardos, or you can do stuff with Judy and the I can't remember what they're called now. But the dolls and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's so much stuff that you can just kind of. Well, I now realize you can do the same thing with 7 Remake. Like, there's so much stuff you can just miss. It's not shoved up your ass. That's the same with 7, with Remake and Rebirth, but just it's almost like fake content.
Yes.
If that really makes any sense at all. Like,
that
oh yeah, by
sense.
the way, the one thing that has changed the bit that you're doing now was like 16 hours ago, and it was just like, oh, you interacted with that character. So everything, none of this other stuff had any impact on it. No. Huh. Okay. So why was I doing it then?
Yeah.
Did I learn anything from doing it? No. But
there we go.
But then if you think Final Fantasy VII's bloated, I think they took a page out of Atlas's book. The guys who do the Persona games. Fuck me. If you want to play those through and kind of hit all of the story beats, you're talking a good 100 hours per game.
Yeah.
Those are long.
I mean, I think that's the trouble with a lot of like. I think getting old and having a little less free time to do things, seeing a big game like that, it's like I just can't commit myself to it.
It's daunting, isn't it?
It's
like I don't really know if I want to play this.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't know if I want to start it. I just feel I can't commit myself to it because I just don't feel I can go through it. Or if I can't complete a game in like 2 to 3 weeks, then I'm probably like, I just don't know if I can commit myself to that. But there are a few exceptions, Cyberpunk being an exception to the rule, but even Cyberpunk actually isn't that long, really, when you actually, it's what, about 80 hours, I think, if you did everything in Cyberpunk, not counting the DLCs.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's not, I mean...
I haven't even done the DLC yet.
Nor have I, no. That was like the last game I saw like proper committed myself to. I just don't have the sort of the time at all, inclination. I just see it again and think, yeah, no, I don't want to start it.
These days now, my game choices go because I'll be honest with you, had I have not already been a fan of Final Fantasy VII, I wouldn't have bothered with Remake and Rebirth.
Yeah.
Look, had I have known what I know now, I wouldn't have bothered with it.
Yeah.
Had I not have already played the original. But there are times now where I go, right, I'm interested in playing this game. I don't want to know any story about it. I don't want to know any spoilers because I hate spoilers of anything, even though I've just gone to spoil a shit ton in this game. Sorry, guys. But like, if I'm going into a game, I like to be completely blind. I don't want anyone else's opinions. I want to formulate my own. But I'll go to how long to beat.
Yes, yeah, I do that.
I'll type in the game name and it's like, oh shit, this is gonna take like 50 hours. Yeah, I'll put that on the backlog.
Yeah,
yeah. I need to find like a quick game. Like,
I do the exact same thing with how long to beat. That's like saved me many a time. And
like,
sometimes
this will only take 4 hours.
I've also used it too. If I want to find a game, it's like I fancy a game, but I don't want to. I often will use it because you can like put your Steam library ID in, and it will show you all your Steam library. It will show you how long the games take to beat. So if I think, I fancy playing a game, I've probably got like sort of 8 to 10 hours spare I can put on it in the next sort of couple of weeks. Oh, that game fits into that category. I'll play that. I often do that to sort of fit it in and so forth. It's a bit like sort of like looking at how long a film's going to be, so we can fit it in. But yeah, I can't commit to. Well, I could commit it, but I'm not that into Final Fantasy VII to do it.
Yeah.
I much enjoyed playing it through the first time, and although I also never finished it. When I hear what you're saying, I was like, we're already talking like 100, 150, 170 odd hours. It's like, no, I'm not that into it to do it.
Yeah. One day, Ram, I want to do a bit of a suffer stream with you, and I will win you a copy of one of them. Oh, dude, that was miserable. Although, to be fair, I felt the same when we played Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Sometimes you should leave your... Right, moral of this story, long story short, sometimes you should leave your childhood games in your childhood.
Yeah.
I'm technically replaying 7 now. Shouldn't have done it. Just shouldn't have done it. Should have just left it where it was. And I specifically remember you saying quite clearly to this day when we finished Silent Hill 2, shouldn't have done that, wasn't as good as I remember it.
Yeah.
We should have just left them, just leave them where they are.
Yeah.
Leave them as kind of those glowing beacons, rather than going back and ruining them, tarnishing them. If they don't hit the same way kind of thing.
I think part of the thing that happened with Silent Hill was I knew what was coming up. Yeah,
there was no shock horror kind of. Oh my god!
Because back when you first played it, there was the game FAQs wasn't like it is now, where so he's getting information. You're playing it through. You were having to feel your own way through, work it out, and that's all build the tension up. And now you don't have that. You're just like, oh, I know it's going to be this bit now. It's going to be that bit now. Oh, I remember we've got this bit coming up soon. I can't wait for that. That was a good one. I can't wait for it. And yes.
I would argue as well, actually, that it's harder to not find out about stuff about games these days. Like it's so difficult. Not only are these games very tropey, which is why things become tropes, so you can kind of piece. If you've played enough games, you can basically piece together a storyline for a game in a heartbeat without even having to think about it. But you'll find it really difficult to, if say a key story beat kind of pisses someone off, it's almost guaranteed that if you're a fan of it, that thing is going to be shoved in your face.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat. You're not even trying to look for it. Spoilers will just be put on your YouTube feed.
Yeah.
You know, oh, new design for Solid Snake, new Silent Hill game. Look what they've done with this character. Look what happened in this story beat. Is it true to the originals? Like, stop fucking doing that shit, dude.
That's why
even
I've
IGN
always...
in that main page, fucking huge articles about these things. Stop, sucking the fun out of it.
Yeah, how so-and-so designed the world's greatest villain. Well, and what a twist it was finding out they're the villain. It's like, oh, thanks.
And you're like, oh, that, no, yeah, exactly.
Thanks for that.
Yeah,
yeah. The game only came out. This game only came out 2 weeks ago. Thank you for that. Appreciate that.
Yeah. It's almost like. And I've argued this with people before, and it's something we might have to talk about on podcast again at some point. But like, I do have fits and starts with gaming of late, and it's probably largely because of gaming media. They suck all the fucking fun out of it.
I in general avoid it pretty much all now. There's one subreddit game I follow, and that's it. I tend to follow ones. There are a few that I follow which are like sort of the specific to a specific game type subreddit. For example, I follow the Soma subreddit, for example, because there's often quite some interesting conversations. Because Soma is quite a philosophical game and quite deep. There's often quite a few conversations that pop up in there. People do, and even now, even though the game's been out 10 odd plus years, I think there's still stuff comes up. People can't think, oh, I thought this, and what about this? And people are still finding things. And
but I would imagine the groove there, though, is that you've already finished it.
Yes,
so it's not like
yeah.
But whereas these days, you don't even have to fucking start a game. Like, people hate games before they've even come out.
Yeah.
Like the new God of War has had like a 15-minute trailer or something come out, and people are already screaming about it. I don't even like God of War, and I know about it.
Yeah.
So guys, fuck off, please. Like, just you're not all journalists. Your opinions aren't that important. Just let it go.
Yeah, but as we said last time,
let people enjoy
a lot of people's opinions are just copy paste of someone else they follow.
They've never even played the game.
Yeah,
I mean, look at Cyberpunk. Everyone hated it until they realised it was a good game.
Yeah. People were sort of joking about it for ages afterwards, and sort of, it's like, yeah, you sort of moved on from that. It's changed now. Sorry, they fixed it. Sort of.
I mean, I would argue that they didn't. If after some of the updates, they kind of broke it for me. But
well,
you know, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
You'd have to play it again so you can like see the new trait system and stuff.
I do need to play it again, and I'm going to play again as a female V. Just to get the sort of character traits. Because I hear it's a very different character, but I'm going to play it.
Dude, I love the lassie who plays female V. I shouldn't, but I realised she's actually the voice of a lot of characters that I know.
Yeah.
She, you know, what was it? She was she Asuka in Sword Art Online, V in Cyberpunk. I believe she was Olga in East 8, Kaja Bolter in East 9. And once you hear her voice, I don't know, man. Yeah.
She's there. I will play again at some point. I will play again at some point.
Well, you've got that and the expansion to play as well.
Yes, that's true. I will do it at some point. I want to leave it enough time between, so I've like forgotten most of it. So that I can go back. You know, I won't. I know. Oh, it's this bit again. I want to sort of keep it sort of like in the back burner. But it'll have its time again.
Fair that.
Right. If that's anything else for yourself, Skazz.
Nah, that's it, man. I'll have another rant another time when the third part comes out.
If it ever does. So thank you very much for watching us today, guys. So you can join us on our next podcast on the 18th of June 2026 here on youtube.com/randnerds or twitch.tv/randnerds at 18:30 GMT +1. You can check out our next games day, which is going to be on the 21st of June. That'll be on a Sunday, UK time 9 o'clock, GMT +1. You can check that out on youtube.com/randnerds or my stream, which is YouTube, twitch.tv/thesuffolkgram. And Skazz, if he decides to stream on his stream, I don't know if he's doing a stream or not, but he might do. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? But come check us out for that. So, from me, the Suffolk Ram.
Skazz.
Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you in a fortnight.
Take it easy, guys.